Izzet Belcher with third path Iconoclast. So we're going to be making all the tokens. They're artifacts. They'll give Metalcraft. It's going to be sweet. Alrighty, so we're playing blue-red Izzet Belcher on that Slow-Belch grind. So it's kind of like an 8-cast shell, a little bit different, obviously. We are trying to leverage third path Iconoclast, making those artifact creature tokens, right? They give us Metalcraft, they give us Affinity, they let us cast their Thoughtcast, Thought Monitors. We can just keep things rolling between those Draw 2s and Emery, and of course our cantrips, and eventually just wind up either killing them with those tokens and our Force of Wills, or running into Belcher. Now, I am running a couple lands. It's within our colors, and they are mountains, so they deal double damage. I think 2 is a pretty appropriate number. I think it'll be very rare that it comes up that it doesn't kill them, and kind of the way that we have this deck constructed, it's often not going to matter. Oftentimes, we're not going to be under the gun to kill them on that single activation, so I don't think it is unreasonable. In fact, I think it's good to run some number of Volcanic Island in this. We are certainly, it helps fix our mana, and it helps just have land drops, right? Because we only have access to 8 untapped colored sources that aren't lands. So I think Volcanic will be nice. And then our sideboard has a little bit of a juke in Kappa Cannoneer. We've got some graveyard hate, some combo hate. Hydroblast can help combat Meltdown. And then we can kill Collector Roof with Lightning Bolt. And this will help bounce Chalice and Trinispheres and stuff like that. So I think it's all pretty straightforward. It's a lot of fun. It is no doubt just filled with powerful cards, so it'll be a question of just how effective is the synergy, and can we keep those draw 2s rolling? And can we get up off the ground too? Because sometimes if we have to mulligan, and then all of a sudden we get to use a Chrome Mox, and they force a will our play, and then we draw a couple lands or Mox Opals, we can fizzle. We're just drawing too many Thought Monitors, that sort of thing. But we do have Brainstorm and Ponder to help smooth that out. There's always a part of me that wants to go down to 3 Chrome Moxen, but if you look at our lands, right, we only have 8, 9, 10 lands, so Chrome Mox is actually really important to have some sort of reasonable amount of permanent mana sources. That's probably our biggest reason for mulliganing openers, is just not having enough. If you manage to get Mox Opal turned on, which we often do, that math changes, but it's not always the case. So yeah, this is Blue-Red Slow-Belcher, and I'll see you in round 1. Okay, here we are, round 1 with Izzet Belcher, and we have a reasonable hand. It's not great, but there's a lot of draws that make it great. OP goes Misty Pass. We draw a blue land. That's not bad. I'm just going to run out this smashing and pass. I don't feel threatened, and I want to see if we can get some value. Oh. Okay. Infect. We draw Chrome Mox. It's actually a pretty good draw. It's a really good draw. I think I want to play around Daze, which means play Chrome Mox. They do sometimes play Wasteland. I would rather save my blue source underneath the Chrome Mox. And then we'll play Smashing. Untapped. Play Third Path. Nice. Petal. This is setting up very nicely. Opal. Draw 2. Make another token. Okay. Petal. Draw 2. Interesting. Let's go Ponder. Looking for Force of Will. It is a Thought Monitor. Huh. 4. I mean, it's not bad for next turn, but I think I just want to have a chance at finding Force of Will. Shuffle. Bobble. And bobble them. Mines of Basswood. Alright, so the problem here is we're probably dead. It's a Ponder. We did make a lot of tokens, but I think we're dead. They make their thing. They're going to attack. We're not dead. Wow. Okay. I can dig it. Another one. Whoa. Let's go. They're going to force it. Okay. Pitching Ponder. I'm going to brainstorm this time. Hoping we find a blue source. Or even a Force of Will. Spell Pierce. Really? Okay. So we attack for 9, then we have lethal next turn. I wonder if I'm supposed to play Chrome Mox. Well, if they play 2 blockers, it's relevant. I don't think I'm really doing anything else with this Chrome Mox, so I'm going to. Alright. Do you have lethal? I have 1 blocker. They're not even attacking. I like it. I draw a Seagate. Let's go Ponder. Third Path, Bobble. I don't think any of this matters. Just rather try to find a Force of Will. Also pretty good. Pretty good at finding Force of Will. Did not. I did find a Smashing that I can cast, which will force them to cast a Pump spell. Invigorate, okay. I mean, they should still just be dead for Xaxes. Oh no, I can't count. No, they still don't have enough, because they'd have to block with Ink Moth, and then they have no way to kill us. I'll take it. Alright, so we want bolts. Definitely. Don't need Hydroblast. Don't need Force. I don't think I want Surgical. Do I want any of these? Fluster's interesting. Echoing Truth also interesting. I don't think so. I mean, Fluster's good. But that's not where I want to be. Kind of Thought Monitor. I don't even necessarily want forces, but they're good for... You need a certain density of removal, and if you only have 4, you kind of want to use your forces just to counter their first threat. But Fluster is more for like trying to beat them on the stack, which is exactly what they're good at doing. However, Fluster is particularly good at fighting on that axis. Let's trim an Emery. Bobble. Maybe it's just the Lion's Eye Diamonds. Actually, let's take a Fluster. Trim another Emery. Let's try it. Sure. Emery's also a blocker, which is kind of nice. It's funny that we trimmed 2 Emerys and we have 2 in our opener. Yeah, I'm not terribly mad about it. It's fine, and the opener is good at casting it. Not the worst draw. Play Volk, Petal, Bobble, play an Emery. They didn't play an Infect threat, so that's good. I was supposed to Bobble. Shoot. Definitely meant to Bobble. There's a Thought Monitor in there. That's good. That's real good. Alright, they're gonna fetch. Make a Blighted Agent. Okay. I'm gonna use this Bobble. We don't have the time to, like, play these one by one and then eventually a Thought Monitor. It might come up a little bit later. Third Path is not bad.... to find a Force of Will there. So if I go land, third path. We go Bobble. Now, we have 3 cards. Yeah, I think we just Bobble up. What did we see? We saw Verdant Catacombs, okay. Sylvan Library, that's fine. And we have a Force of Will incoming. That's good. Force with Fluster backup, I like that. Ooh, Belcher coming in hot. Alright, getting in for 2. You're in. Play the land. And another Blighted Agent. That doesn't really do anything for them. So this one was already attacking for 2. Now they're going to play out Sylvan Library. I guess it's a blocker. Sylvan Library, they have 1 card left. I think I let this go. I don't want to, but I think it is correct. Alright, let's ponder. It's a Thoughtcast, another Force. This is all good stuff. Very good stuff. Alright, let's draw 2. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we can Thought Monitor now. So play Bobble. Oh, then we can't Fluster. Yeah, I think I want to Chrome Mox. As weak as it seems, we just really need the mana. There's no guarantee we're going to draw into mana. Guess these are blue cards, huh? I'm still going to ponder. Nice. Let's Thoughtcast off the pedal. We have a land drop. They have a Daze. I didn't think of that. Last card, Daze. Of course it is. Okay. You got me. We still have double Force. We know it's a drop. Attack with our 1/1s. They trigger Sylvan. They can't pay 8, because then they're probably just dead to our team. They didn't pay anything. They have a Trot plus 1 unknown. I'm going to get in for 2 more, that's fine. Oh, so our hand is Trop. We know they're empty-handed. Okay, so let's start off with Thought Monitor. Draw 2. Bolt is pretty good. Let's Rainstorm. We hit another Bolt. They're going to block third path though, right? Let's put Belcher. And Triple Force is actually not doing anything for us. So put that Force away. Put Pedal. Opal. And now we'll just swing out. If they want to trade, that's fine. And maybe there's not too much reason to do that, but if they let it go, they're dead. I would say they're dead either way. But this is fine. Kind of destroyed them this match, huh? Alright. See you in round 2. We got him. Okay, round 2, and we have a reasonable hand I will be keeping. No force and no real acceleration, but... Oh, and here's the test. The big test. Let's bolt ourselves. Maybe a bit too much mana. Okay. Mana it is. No, Wasteland is so painful. It hurts so bad. Oh. No, let's just pass. We would have had to have played 2 spells to play around Daze. Or just play into Daze. Well, you play around Daze, it's just going to get bolted. And then we're only going to get 1 token out of it. I was really hoping they didn't hit Delirium. I don't think we have a chance now. Guess we could potentially smashing these. Well, that would be tough to pull off. I have to find a Belcher. Maybe I'll find one off of Emery and I can cast the next turn. No, third path's not going to help, huh? It's really not. We have to find Belcher. Whether it be off of Emery or Brainstorm, we gotta find it. We did, in fact, find it. So we gotta hope for no bolt. And if they do have it, we gotta Brainstorm into a Force. They didn't end step the bolt. They're gonna upkeep it at our face. They're trying to find another one, or they already have another one. So otherwise we do have lethal. No, they just had it. We can try to force it. That doesn't work though. Might as well. Might as well try. We did find the force. That's crazy. Although, because we used the pedal, we wouldn't have enough for Belcher anyways. And if we force, we go to 6, and then we die to the Darcys. Alright. Didn't really expect this to be good against Delver. Not sure we can afford to bring in anything other than Hydroblast. Maybe Fluster. Just take forces out. Kappa seems good. Alright, let's try it. Turn 1 Emery. Turn 1 Thoughtcast if we want it. Do we want turn 1 Thoughtcast? I'd rather go for Emery. They're pretty much forced into killing it or getting wrecked by it. If they kill it, we can play this one too. A Taiga. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Another Bobble. Alright, let's go for Thoughtcast this time. Hopefully we find a blue source. We did a little awkward though. But I will play it. We'll go Bobble. Bobble. Play this Bobble. Of course, we saw Loam twice. Pass. See what these baubles draw. Looks like we will have Metalcraft, although... Just deciding on this bauble. Fewer spells I have to cast in order to get Third Path into play, the more tokens we get. A Tarmogoyf? Sure. So I'm gonna bauble. As we know, Emery's gonna... We can activate Emery. Hydroblast, okay. Another Emery. Not great. It's Chromox. Play Chromox. Imprint Emery. Play Bobble. I'm gonna play around Daze here. Third Path. LED. Now we can Bobble them. We know it's a Trop. Draw. Hopefully they don't melt this down. And if they do, hopefully Hydroblast counters it. Thoughtcast is a good draw. We might be able to turn the corner here. We're at 20. They play Trop. Darcy. Could have countered that. Another Darcy. I think at this point I do. Nice. It went through, and they're still not interacting with our board. I don't know what is in their hand. But let's go. Nice. We pedal. There's no Belcher in the graveyard. We do, however, have... Or no, we don't. I thought we had Thought Monitor. We do have Bobble. Let's get a Bobble going. Another Darcy. Bobble draw. Seagate. 3, 4. I'm not going to be drawn from Seagate just yet. Uro. Okay. This is like a weird mid-range version, huh? Uro's gone. Darcy. I'm going to counter it. I don't love it because now we're weak to Meltdown. But we get another token. We got to keep things moving. Another Third Path. That's great. Let's Bobble again. Double tokens now. Let's take a peek. Mystic Sanctuary. No big deal. Just play this Chromox out. I'd rather get the 1/1s. I don't want to imprint. Well, no, we'll just play it tapped so it's safe from Meltdown. Then we'll attack with all the tokens. Get 5 damage in there. Draw. Uh-oh. Brainstorm is scary. Comes Bobble. Ponder Sanctuary into the graveyard. They found it. Now I feel like a dummy countering those Darcys. Yikes. Okay. I do still have our essentials. Now they get to start attacking, I guess. That's their draw. Yep. Bobble's a good one. Let's play Third Path number 3. Third Path. And let's get another Bobble going. Like 3 tokens. We're attacking for 6. We're drawing 2. We're certainly still in it. Brotherhood's End? Are you kidding me? Guess I should have held on to those Hydroblasts. So we have to draw Force. And they have Pyroblast. Well, they can't cast Pyroblast and Brotherhood's End. Oh, we took Force out. Alright, GG's. Alright, see you in the next round. Okay, we're back. Round 3. I think that last round, if we had just held on to those Hydroblasts, we probably would have been moving on to Game 3. But it's okay. I make mistakes, so let's just try to get it back. Hey, is our friend Tyler. He's a local friend. He's usually playing Ant. Almost always playing Ant. We have won the die roll. We have a Force of Will. We have some land drops. We have a Ponder. We're keeping. I'm going to Ponder. Honestly, I think our best find is Chromox. So let's play a land. Ponder. Petal's not bad either, or just double Force, right? If I go Petal, Bobble, Opal, I'd have to crack Petal to Thoughtcast. So we can use it next turn, though. Yeah, let's just draw Force of Will and run these out. There you go. Lines of Diamond. I'll let it go. Lines of Diamond. They're fetching. Underground Sea. Ponder. Okay. That is a shuffle. We will draw our Lotus Petal. We will draw 2. Bobble's good. Not going to cast Ponder, but I think I'm going to put this land into play tapped and then just... Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna. I feel like there's a darn good chance we draw a blue card off of one of these, right? And even if we don't, discard still has difficulty discarding 2 Force of Wills, right? Which is most likely what they have. We did find a blue card. It's a good blue card as well. They're passing. Alright, Thought Monitor's great. Let's play Thoughtcast. Let's play 3. Thought Monitor would cost 4. Let's just play Emery. I'm just gonna pass. I don't suspect they'll be able to get through double Force of Will, but it's possible. Alright then. We'll draw a card. It's a Bobble. Pretty good. Let's get another Bobble. Play this Bobble. Play this Bobble. It's 3, 4, 5. Thought Monitor costs 2. Let's draw 2. Wow. It's pretty good. Now it only costs 1. Wow! That's a hand. We're going to be holding up quad Force of Will. That is insane. Pass it over to you. Third path is going to be pretty good. I really hope they discard us. We want them to see it. Okay, let's just draw. They can draw from Bobble. Let's play third path. Play Bobble. Make a thing. Play Ponder. Make a thing. Thought Monitor is pretty good. I don't love the cards we're drawing into. Could use Emery to Emery them away. Yeah, shuffle. Play Petal. Play a land out. Tapped. And Bobble them. Get in for 4. And pass it over. Draw a card. We've got triple Force of Will up. I would imagine they're going to scoop. You took 1 Force of Will. Wishclaw Talisman. Sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so... Now we can brainstorm on our turn. Find it with Emery, we can play it and then kill them. So... let's look for it. Keep this one. There's Belcher. Target Belcher. Play Belcher. Play Petal. Play Opal. And Belchum. We have 1 Volcanic. There it is. And they're dead. That was pretty sweet. Okay. Ant. Ant. So we definitely want Force of Negation. Definitely want Fluster. I don't want Hydroblast. Don't want Echoing Truth. Don't want Kappa. Surgical's maybe good. Let's see. We can trim on Thought Monitor. Trim on Ponder. Trim a little more Ponder. One Bobble, one Opal. Actually, I like having Bobbles. Maybe it's just Belcher. It's going to be a little bit clunky against discard anyways. His hand is fine. I mean, obviously, if they go and turn one us, then it is what it is, but otherwise, it doesn't look bad. They'll probably take Fluster. No, they're going to Ponder. And draw. That's a good draw. I'm actually just going to get in there. It shows strength to where, I mean, if they have discard plus go, that's fine. They would have beat Fluster anyways in that case. But now they're going to probably put us on Force of Will, so if they like have it but no protection, they're likely to just pass, as they did. I'm going to play second, third path, second, third, and we're going to play this untapped, and then we're going to get in. And I will end step the Brainstorm, because I get 2 artifacts out of it, which will make this Thoughtcast really good. Fluster's a bit awkward here if they discard us. So we can't really Fluster it. Can't Fluster a Wishclaw. They're fetching their 3rd land before doing anything, so casting a green spell. Abrupt Decay. Petals incoming. Wishclaw, yep. They have 4 cards in hand. And they're passing. Just like I said, we will Brainstorm. Get our 1/1 artifacts. Oh my goodness, that is so good. It's going to be Thoughtcast into Thoughtcast. 1 mana Thoughtcasts. And we got a lot of tokens here. And we'll get to draw with these baubles. We're going to go from like a few cards to just so many cards. So many cards. Draw. Draw. Maybe Emery's not the greatest idea, huh? Because they have surgicals. I mean, we already have so much on board already. So you don't have to worry about like Belcher getting surgical. Plus we only have 1. So I've actually just talked myself into it. It's not that bad. There is the Belcher. Again, no big deal. We have lethal incoming next turn anyways. There's so many, I think so, right? 10, 12, plus 4, 16. Oh, plus we're attacking right now, so yeah. We certainly have lethal. So we have at least a Flusterstorm up. Now, we might just die. There's a Veil there. And a Ritual. Those are both scary things. Doing damage to them is not nothing. It is a shame that we didn't find anything, really, so far. But we have 2 draws here. Come on, Force of Will, at least Surgical, give me something. We're going to Veil right now before we draw. I guess that's fair, right? Although they can't really utilize Dark Ritual for this, which is awkward for them. So we are going to Fluster. Another Veil. Interesting. So now they get to draw some cards. We know they have a Ritual. So now we gotta hope we draw Surgical and that it does something. Smashing and Force of Will. Not good enough. We are likely dead. Alright, they're gonna cast... I'm sorry, I missed this. Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond, discarding Thoughtseize. Are they going for Adnaz? Ooh, from 11. So we really put them under the gun here. Petal, ooh, they may have found it. They have 5 mana. I don't know what else is in their hand, right? Or these are... Thoughtseize doesn't help them. Ponder, whoa. So now they get a YOLO Brainstorm or hope there's a 0 on top. We think. Otherwise you wouldn't flip it to life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think they have one unknown. No, because they used LED. I don't know. I haven't followed this well enough. Alright, so they're going for Ponder because they need 1 singleton card, right? Ritual, Cabal Ritual. Well, no, not Cabal Ritual won't do it. Ritual, LED. That's what they're looking for, I think. I guess a land lets them Brainstorm. If there's like multiple petals or something. Or like petal plus Cabal Ritual they could brainstorm into. Nope, that's it. Alright, we got him. We're 2-1. See you in round 4. Alright, round 4 against Clobster. We have won the die roll, and we have an acceptable hand. Let's keep. It's really tough to choose between Emery and Third Path. I think I'm inclined to play Third Path, just because you get value. So even if they remove it, you still have not only a beater, but an artifact, which could really, be useful. Question is, am I imprinting Emery or Third Path? It's a really tough one. I think it's Emery. Because if I'm playing Third Path first, Emery is likely to survive, because we're putting Third Path in harm's way. So I'd rather have the other Third Path. Alright, no force. See what we're working with. Playing against Island. An Island deck. I drew a Ponder, not bad. That doesn't kill Third Path. Oh, I like this. It's a nice island. We draw, that's not bad at all. So now we can go put this one into play Third Path. Yeah, and play Emery. There's a Thought Monitor, which we might be able to get to fairly quickly, depending on what they do here. So, Tundra strategy. Underground Sea. I didn't see that coming. Drown. Also didn't see that coming. Alright, Emery's down. It's a Force of Will. Let's play Ponder. That's a Thought Monitor. I like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it costs 3. We only have 2. We can play out our Opal and then cast Thought Monitor next turn, or we can hold up Force. Or we could shuffle. I don't love Opal or Volk. I don't think we're supposed to shuffle. We're also just getting free 1/1s out of this. Getting in for 5 already with 9 incoming next turn. Hidetsugu just, wins the game. Pretty much. Doesn't look like they have red. Sacrifice a non-token creature. Okay. That's not bad. Probably not good enough, though. Let's play Thought Monitor. They scooped it up. They scooped it up. They've had enough. Love it. Game 2. The question is it Grixis or is it just blue-black control? I feel like there's just better removal cards in Grixis that you wouldn't be playing Drown in the Lock. You might be, though. It's very flexible. So I don't want to go as far as to play Hydroblast. I think we can trim on Force of Will. Force Negation is probably better, but I'm not sure I want either. It's a little bit awkward. Usually when I play Kappa, I'm playing them in place of Thought Monitor. It's a great card to replace Thought Monitor when you don't want to go down on threats, but you've had to trim so many artifacts that getting to 7 on Thought Monitor is not as realistic as 6. It is, 1 entire mana less, which would certainly make the difference. I think Fluster's probably worth playing. Trim on Mox Opal. Let's try this. Oh, this is great. Can you imagine if we drew an artifact or a land? You're going to play turn 1 Kappa. You're going to have to force it. Or just scoop. That's my prediction. Is that they scoop. Ready? Aww. Alright. Play all these out. 3, 4, 5, 2. Let's play Thoughtcast. Ooh. That is dicey. What do I have upcoming? Another Bauble, so let's just cash these in. Cash those 2 in. Bauble plus a land. Saw their Scalding Tarn. I got a Brainstorm. Love to find a permanent blue source. Another Brainstorm. Strange. Okay. I'm gonna Bauble. We already have another Bauble here. And really want a permanent blue source. We did not find it. We were whiffing hard. Very hard. Let's Ponder. Oh, crap. Fail rate. Okay, whew. It's close. Pretty much have to imprint Thoughtcast. Let's do that. We'll play Third Path, play Bobble. They have been F6'd, which is kind of strange. They've got a Pyroblast. The Third Path's going bye-bye. Did make an artifact on the way out. Trying to get the value. They're going to bolt it. Save their Pyroblast. Understandable. This Brainstorm might lose the game for us. Let's go. Interesting. So we'll have 3 artifacts. Next turn, 3 mana. That'll be a total of 6. So we'll be able to Kappa next turn, but not protected, and we cannot Thought Monitor. Does it cost 4? That's not true. We can also Thought Monitor. We can't do either right now, and we can hold up Fluster. Okay. Put this in there tapped. Play the Mox Opal. We're definitely behind. It was a risky hand, but if we drew a land or any of our 0 artifacts, which is, what, 24 plus 10, 34? Yeah, it was, then we already had some in our hand, so it was about a 50-50 on the draw. It doesn't feel like they've had Force of Will, so I think they were just scooped to Kappa. It's a shame. I really wanted that Thoughtcast that we had to imprint, but we did indeed have to imprint it. Is that a Hidetsugu, or is this a Meltdown? Oh, it's a Murktide. Interesting, okay. Probably dead to that one. But we'll see. Play a Thought Monitor. Oh, we have more than enough? 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3 costs 4. Okay, yep. So it is protected. I can't count. Get out of here. If they have a Force, they can force Thought Monitor. Come on, give me a Petal or Opal. Actually, we still can't cast it if so. Alright. They can shoulder its Edict. We can force it. Do we want to? Otherwise, we go to 6. They've shown us Bolt. There's no, they probably don't have 4 bolts. This is actually Grixis. Could take 8. I'm going to take 8. Wow. 4, so Thought Monitor costs 3 now. Let's cast it. Drown. So if this resolves, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't Kappa. We're on blocking duty anyways. I wonder what Brainstorm does for me. I don't have Pyroblast. It's not like I'm getting any value from it. I'm going to counter it. I'm going to pitch Brainstorm. I think the only way we're actually killing them is through Kappa. And we need chump blockers. It's in there. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is enough to Kappa. Oh no, then we're dead. Then we're dead, because then our flyers are tapped. Alright, so we gotta cast Emery, which is fine. Nice if we hit Belcher. We did not. Also fine. We can loop Thought Monitor. We'll leave up both blockers, in case they have removal. We may have threaded the needle here. May. Certainly no guarantee. I will block all day. I guess I'll keep the one that isn't summoning sick for no possible relevant reason at all. But I figure you get the experience, so you deserve it. Stick with the veteran. Been monitoring thoughts for quite some time now. Melting down. Yikes. Okay. We still have the essentials. We still have the essentials. Another construct, okay. Okay. Well, that sucked. Yeah, we're gonna have to wind up casting another Thought Monitor. I don't think Bobble's gonna be enough. It's gotta give affinity and tap for mana, which means I need Petal and Chrome Mox. So I have to do one of those now. We could Bobble and draw off the Bobble. Actually, let's do that. So we're hoping to find Belcher. We still have game 3, by the way. Can't attack. Wow, found it immediately. It's not protected, but it does win the game. We do have to draw, because we have LED. We need a mana. So we're 1 mana shy, as it stands. Let's block. I'd like to not die, thank you. I think I'll counter, like, anything. Well, no, I won't, actually. I'll not counter anything, especially that. Mana. It's not mana. Yeah, unfortunately, there are no outs available to us. We were 1 mana shy. We would have had it protected, too. Because if we draw mana, we play it. We play Belcher. If they force, we force back. If they don't, we play LED. If they force, we force back. So despite using LED, they're already dead once we activate it. So it doesn't really... There's still synergy with the Force of Will in that scenario. That was a close one. So I think I do want Hydroblast. And as expected, these are awkward. Having this many affinity cards. Cap is really good, though. Maybe I can trim a Thought Monitor on one of the Kappas. It's nice having one, I guess. Sure. Can't really complain about this, right? Bunch of cantrips. They kept on 7 as well. Sponder. Ooh. Sure. I'm gonna make infinite tokens. And then get melted down. But a lot of it will just be free, because there'll be redraws anyways. Question will be, do I want to put these into play? I think the answer will be yes. We'll see if they force this thing. They did not. Okay. It's honestly kind of scary. But I'm going to run these out. Unlikely to make use of Chromox here. Let's bobble. Bobble. Mountain. I'm just going to bobble again. Okay. So pretty cold to melt down. But not entirely. Like I said, a lot of this was just free money. Island. No meltdown. Drown the thing. Okay. Makes sense. Emery's good. So let's brainstorm. Ooh. I don't think I want Petal or Smashing. And I can clear it with Emery. Petal Smashing, Brainstorm, Hydroblast. Okay, let's go Mox Opal, Thoughtcast. We got a land drop and 2 redraws. Bobble you. We saw Drown. Bobble you. Strixie Boy. Get in for 5. So we've got an engine, we have pressure, we have lethal incoming. Sweeper would be real bad. Okay, they don't... Doesn't look like they have it. Strix plus Bolt. They played Volcanic. Okay. Do you have a Force? Ooh. If they do, they might use it on this one. Wow. It's pretty good. 1, 2... Oh, I guess this takes us off the lethal, huh? We have both of our lands in play, so this is truly lethal, and it just resolved. So they're dead. That's so sweet. Alright, we're 3-1. See you in the final round. Okay, final round, 3-1. We have won the die roll. I feel like we've won the die roll quite a bit this whole league. It's a very all-in hand. We only have 2 Belcher in the deck, and they're both in our hand. Not too much mana. I think I'm actually going to mulligan this. Huh. I'm going to keep this. I mean, it's a turn 1 Belcher, turn 2 kill you. Don't think I'm supposed to pass that up. They seem to be F6'd. Alright. That's what I got. It's not necessarily lethal, but they may very well just scoop. Chromox. Imprinting Relay. Oh boy. Imprinting Cabal Ritual. Casting Burning Wish. Oh no, are they blowing up Belcher? Getting Echo. Playing LED. Okay. Force. Alright, we have a Force. Fault. I like what I'm seeing. Rite of Flame. Okay. I'm gonna get relayed. So I don't care about relay. Okay. Are you all in? Oh, they're all in. If it's relay, I probably just kill them. If it's not, I force it. Spoils of the vault. Choose a card name, reveal cards from the top of your line until you reveal a card with that name, then put that card into your hand. Exile all the cards. You lose 1 life for each of the exiled cards. So, is risk associated? What do they even name? Relay? They can't. I think I let this go. If I force, I win. If I don't force, I get to see a lot of stuff and win. Sure. They named Burning Wish. They showed a bunch of black-red. It's like a black-red echo. Well, who knows if they have 1 or more echoes. But we will be forcing. Alright. Looks like a cool deck. But we got them. I'll play the Surgicals, I'll play Force of Negation, I'll play Hydroblast, Flusterstorm. Yep. So we'll play these. 7 cards. Probably gonna have to come down on Thought Monitor, maybe even Thoughtcast, Trim, Opal, Ponder, Belcher, Bobble. Maybe trimming Thoughtcast is crazy. And I have a lot more permission. Slowing the game down. Thoughtcast will bring us back up. Guess we don't need as much fast mana. It feels so bad getting rid of a pedal. Maybe I'm supposed to. Okay, we have Force, we have a land, we have Surgical. We have a turn 1 Emery or a turn 1 third path. Sand is quite good. Gemstone Mine. Your deck is pretty janky, but I'm into it. Chrome Mox, huh? I think I'm just supposed to play Emery. Yeah, let's go Bobble, Pedal, Land, Emery, activate Bobble, hold up Force and Surgical, flipped one of our lands. They're gonna spoils. Okay. This card is fun, but they did kill themselves. Oh man, what did they name? They named Echo. They've revealed so many cards. Do they have? How many Echoes do they have? Probably only 3. It's a ballsy move. Okay. Hey, that was a very successful league. I do think this archetype, as I've been saying, has potential. I know we started with monocolored, variants, which are not as high power level, mostly because you can only run 4 untapped lands, unless you're in red, which red Belcher is a whole different thing. You have all the fast mana. Its strength is pretty obvious. And we moved into a couple of the other colors. I won't get too much into the other colors, but this is one of the color combinations, at least 2 color combinations, that I thought would be legitimately powerful. This is one of the first drafts. I've played a couple of leagues. Actually, probably like 3 or 4, maybe closer to 4 leagues at this point. But most of them were with a Echo, like 4 LED, 4 Echo, no Gamble, but some Overmasters. And it's good, but I think there's too much dissonance going on in that style. Of course, mostly with the Force of Wills, you try to offset it with playing a number of must counter spells. I think having Teferi in the deck would be better for that type of thing. But yeah, I think more in the, spirit of quote unquote slow belching. I think a shell much like this is better, where it's, very close to an 8-cast shell, except we're not doing chalice things. We could do chalice things, you could. But I do like having access to Brainstorm and Ponder. I think it's really good with Third Path. I think it's almost essential simply because I've been playing a lot of these brews, obviously. And not having cantrips is really rough. Sometimes the lack of selection is pretty brutal. And so if we're not like spinning Echo around, I think it's really helpful. And Brainstorm, although there are no fetches, there are ways to get out of the lock. Whether it's we draw twos and it's no big deal, we just draw through them, or we Brainstorm and then clear it away with Emery, especially when you already have like a bauble, or you can just, all you need is one card that's useful for Emery to loop, right? You just need a bauble. So in other words, you can clear your Brainstorm of the bad cards that you wouldn't necessarily want in your hand and still have Emery be effective, so you're not ruining your Emery by clearing the Brainstorm and vice versa. You also have Ponder, right, to shuffle your Brainstorm. So Brainstorm has not been, like, it's been really good. So we saw all sorts of grind potential. We saw a number of points where we just had speed. The only match that we lost, I punted game 2, and I even said it as I was doing it, just firing off Hydroblasts on Darcy's as a tempo play that really just made us weak to the one thing that was going to beat us. Not that they, I mean, listen, had we not countered the Darcys, they would have had more selection, they would have had more threats, it would have been a different game. We may have lost anyways. It was a reasonable play to make, but I don't think it was correct. So I don't think I would change anything. I mean, there are tweaks you could make, right? Like, you probably want the 4th Ponder, and maybe even some more cantrips. Like, cantrips are really good with Iconoclast. We do have the 8 baubles, but it's kind of like a more the merrier type situation. You could reduce the amount of, you could like go down a Chrome Mox and a Petal. The only thing is this, even 2-color is still hurting for initial mana sources, right? We have 8, we only have 10. And I wouldn't recommend going up any more on Volcanic Island. It can certainly have some dyssynergy with Belcher. I think the combination of having such a low count, doing double damage since it is a mountain, and being a slower variant that is oftentimes just going to either draw it, right? Sometimes like you're going to belch and you can cantrip to try to find a Volk to make it better, or you flip it over with Emery. So you can consciously put it to the bottom off of a mulligan. Like, you could run 3, right, or even 4, but I think it gets a little bit more dicey. I mean, maybe it's correct. Maybe Volcanic would just be better than, even a Petal, or even, like, 4th Opal. But I think it's important to have these zeros. Sometimes you play 3rd Path and you have, like, a chance to cast one of your Thoughtcasts, and you're just really hoping to hit a 0, even if it's an empty Chrome Mox, just to get another trigger. So, I don't know. Could there be slight tweaks? Yeah, sure. I think ultimately, though, this is a very powerful list, right? A couple of these that I've made have had a similar shell. The blue-white, namely, which we'll go over probably in the next video. But so far, I think this list has impressed me the most. It's very good against other combo decks. Just having, we have pressure, we have engines, we have the ability to just kill them, right? And we have forces, and we have draw twos that start firing off pretty quickly, especially against the, combo decks that aren't actually interacting with your board. And then we have plenty of access to very good sideboard cards. I would probably guess that the hardest matchup is going to be Delver. So, in the event that this list continues to have wild success elsewhere, well, then you can start theorizing how you can improve the Delver matchup, and you can start testing things in order to do that, to find out if you can improve the matchup, where it's worth it. Oftentimes it's not worth it, but we can find out, right? Examples being the Epic Gamble playing empty the Warrens. Even though it does have a good Delver matchup to begin with, it's that much better. You know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's okay to take a good matchup and make it great if you're able to do that, especially when it's such a large percentage of the meta. But this is the Epic Gamble is an example where you can successfully do that, and I believe a deck like Traditional Ruby Storm is an example of a deck that just can't reasonably improve their odds against Delver, where you could really warp your sideboard and still just not even get all that many points, and then just lose so much elsewhere. Which category does this deck fall into? I don't know. Like I said, I'm only a few leagues into testing. But we'll see where all this goes, you know? I mean, originally it was just, let's have some fun, play some Slow-Belch. I love the phrase, the term, the theory of quote-unquote slow-belching. And lo and behold, you know, you start mashing stuff together, you start working up lists, you start testing, you start playing, you're having a good time, and next thing you know, you get something powerful. And then it's just a matter of tuning, right? And we'll see what we can come up with. But that's about all I got. I hope you enjoyed this league. I certainly enjoyed playing it, talking about it, and this is not going to be the last that you see of Izzet Belcher, or Izzet Cast. It's Belcher. Blue-red Slow-Belch. I think Slow-Belch is probably an appropriate name for really any of these brews, and then you can just put whatever color it is in front of it. If we ever get into the whole naming thing, that's probably where my view, at least, would go on it. Alright, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.